Junglers, not the Boxy at this time around, but the Akai comes through. Debut Akai for MWI.
Hey, we got 2 DODs now. Day 1 and 2. All right, looking at DMXG this time around, something tells me they're overloading on utility. At least they are consistent in the fact that they're very all-in-one. 4 Protect 1 is what this is, right? Look at that. Your only source of damage, truly, is Aslan. And then they're just gonna utility fight their way into a victory. But for NA, there's the Julian, the JJ from Vanilla. Very on brand. Roger was left banned out, so she goes to the next best thing. She likes to get in there.
I'm thinking, right? Because with the lack of damage from DMX right now, they need to buy a lot of time.
Yeah.
For the Moscow, for Aslan to get to that power spike. And how much time can they buy for themselves? Considering how aggressive the opponents also play, as we saw in game number 1. So with that, we're gonna throw it over to the casters to finalize this best of 2. Naisu, Mirko, it's your time to shine.
Hey Mirko, are you ready to shine?
I'm thinking.
Hey, let's jump into the game here. Last one for this matchup, this game between Dreammax girls and Net Angels. I'll tell you what, man, if we had the lineup ratings that we're used to seeing in our regionals, the utility marker for this, I think, would be a max 10.
Oh, the damage mark might be all the way up, man. La La Land on the Jushin. Oh, man, yeah.
Dreammax girls utility.
They got Chip. They got Jushin. The Akai is the only thing that really stops them, technically, right? With how bad the Akai was at MSC, I don't know if it's going to be the same. I think this time they have a solid lineup to play with the Akai, also the Arlet as well. So it's going to enable a whole lot of the other picks.
But I feel like this is kind of hard because it's kind of like, where do you want to put the enemy team? Where do you want to put Net Angels? Because you can drag them, like we're seeing here with the flare. Boom, boom. You can
another one
spin them.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
She's forced to flicker out just like that. Ku had to flicker out. Now Cassie as well. Lane Kingdom. That's what Jushin gives you.
This is the power of utility. But I'm just wondering, like for Net Angels, once your flickers are down, what do? They try to make a play up top too, and maybe this is a chance once again. Vanilla is going to be utilizing the Julian. Interesting too, the fact that we saw the Julian just do crazy things earlier in the hands of Keelway, but now it's Vanilla's time to make this work. Of course, still going here.
Good vengeance from Hybrid, able to escape from the enhanced chain, walks out of everything else. You can see Carrie also rotating up top. But this is a matchup that is already very, very scary, by the way, for the Arlet, right?
Yeah.
Tarizla taking all that damage and can dish out even more.
Even more. And so at this point, Turtle's going to be up, still planning themselves up this time in the XP lane, trying to get these level 4s available. Cassie doesn't have it just yet, but they'll go ahead, start this up, and they might get this unless Angelus does something here with the Sakai. Carrier there as well to help them out. Shortcut not available just yet though. Level 4 still taking some time, but actually they just kind of wait. Oh, he's gonna get dragged. Cool. Again, but still neither team able to actually commit. They just want the level 4s. I think once all the level 4s are available, they'll kind of go for something and oh no, cool.
It continues there to vengeance. The final slash not connecting, just barely there. Cassie though will steal the final slash, gets brought back now straight into the Hybridy's vengeance. Penalty zone locking him down. Vanilla going in as well. Carry the flicker forward. That's good first blood from Vanilla with the enhanced sightless. That's Halang brought back with the lantern. Oh, Asa's here. Takes the shortcut back. Never mind.
Oh, it's done? I'll go back. So, and that's the thing. I mean, we saw so many times. I mean, how many times was La La Land able to get that proc and bring them back? And that's something that we were saying is going to happen here with the amount of utility that they have. And so far from what we've seen, Jushin that's what she does. She's able to burn these flickers, to burn these battle spells, and possibly put enough pressure with that alone. Carrier could be in trouble here.
Very low. Good final slash. Bringing 2 members displaced. Carrier going to be taken down right now, but Lantern once again will be used up. That's the beacon. But again, like Leo mentioned, it does nothing for you. You don't get the passive. You don't get anything with the beacon. Hybrid, good flicker out of the penalty zone, as that would have been very lethal. Vanilla was there to capitalize. Great maneuvers by DMG.
So what's the answer against Jushin? You were talking about your RGs, you know, with her, and she hasn't been able to play like this. So like, what is the answer that Net Angels needs to do to deal with the Jushin continuously pulling them away and back?
You either outrange her or you burst her down. It's like basic normal control mages, right? I mean, you really, technically you do have a little bit of self-peel once you get level 4, but hold up. Angelus, they're able to go for the heavy spin. Vanilla gets out with a enhanced sword. But yeah, it's all about trying to just poke her down before she can even deal that damage. And when you dive, you really got to try to chain CC her. Unfortunately, this composition, not really built to do that, right? Net Angels, and that's why you can see that the spacing is just perfect every time. Cool, can't lock you down. Cassie can't lock you down. She can go and deal a bit of damage, but now you can see that. Airborne, brought back, Carrier's right there. Crash course, another knockup. It could have happened if there was the Terrify again. It happens, La La Land. Able to dash out. Whoa, yeah, just... she got out.
She got out, and I'm wondering, you know, now that you see Cassie holding on to the ultimate, like, then does this allow her to also get the procs and then drag them back?
No.
I mean, this is not going to work the way that they probably want it to. And, you know, you're already seeing, I'm sure you guys, now that you've seen multiple games of Jushin, you're probably feeling like, man, that's a little bit of annoying. I'm trying to get away, but I just keep getting dragged back and forth from that. And so far for La La Land, she's just been having a great time. Again, it's constant.
Oh my god.
Who's going to get real tired of this real fast?
I think she's already tired. She's gone airborne twice, and now into the crash course. She's forced to flicker again. Now the shortcut comes down. The vengeance is enough. Ku's going to be taken down. The final slash not connecting onto anyone. That's a penalty zone. Locking 3 members down. La La Land again still doing some damage. Angelis in the back line. Able to find 2 on the heavy spin, pinning them down. Cassie very low. Pops in a beacon, but gets dome on by Hybridy. Meanwhile, La La Land, she gets the value when she pops the beacon. Vanilla still able to escape with the lantern. The lantern flare again, always just there.
The lantern flare is just, that's the perfect way to put it, man. It's always there. Final slash? Again?
Look at that.
Okay. This is, it's getting ridiculous. The flare
ridiculous.
is too much.
Look at this again! Knock her out, Malay! Oh, man, that was brutal!
La La Land's making him dance, man. That's what she's doing. She's putting the flare there. She's pulling them back, pulling them everywhere.
I wouldn't call that a dance. You know, you're getting slammed to the ground.
Hey, you know what? It is. Look at this. This is an air dance. There you go. You're back. You want to run into the turret? No.
Nah.
Oh, man. This is tough for Net Angels because they have not had an answer to deal with La La Land. She's 4-0-1. We got to take a look at the items to fall into place for her. That's a golden staff now picked up for Aslan. Has that available. But man, you know, this is the thing. This is like, if you want to talk about the overall utility of this lineup, they're able to do that because of what they have. She's only got the Clock of Destiny, working on the next item here. And, you know, with that already, this kind of lead, it's like you don't even want to be in lane. From what we've seen her being able to do in the mid lane early on, you don't want to fight against it.
See, the way you actually try to bully the Jushin in lane is, again, oh, hold up, final slash onto 2 members. Good enhanced chain to try to disengage there. And he will be able to do so, but look at Carrier. Already rotating over, no turret there, so they can actually go for a good shortcut into the crash course. The lantern, man. La La Land just putting the lantern in front of them. That in itself has zoned them away. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, Q, no. Stay out of it.
Stay out of it. The light is bad. Don't follow Wishing Lantern.
For once, don't follow the light.
Don't follow the light. Stay away from it. And, okay, mid lane, they're going to try to keep it together. They actually survived quite a bit down in the bottom. Cassie holding on to the heavy spin herself. And, you know, so this is back to it. Like, Sakoshi, at least Sakoshi's probably just hearing in all the comms. Like, stay away from the lantern.
Stay away, man. They're like vampires, you know. You cannot get, the light can't touch you. You have to run back.
The light, the lantern is lava.
The lantern is lava. Oh, the heavy spin actually got them out. Now the 2-man pin down.
What a pin down.
He's going to be brought back there. Good penalty zone to lock them down. That's exactly what they need. What a combo from Net Angels.
Sakoshi, the perfect. I mean, I was admiring the heavy spin, but then look at the setup they go, and that goes. Oh, front of slash.
That's a 1v4. We've seen this before from Hybridy on the CC. Not able to find Vanilla. Now sundown Sakoshi. She got the triple kill. She has a chance to go for the unofficial maniac. There's a flicker forward from Cassie. Straight into the sun. Hybridy able to get a few of those resets on the vengeance. She has the stacks properly down. She doesn't have the flicker. It seems she wants to go for it. Vanilla puts down the field there of the chain to stop that from happening.
Hybrid just stopped them from taking the Lord. You know, I mean, she went in with confidence. We're going to look at the STC replay. Look at this. This is
my
perfect.
God.
Heavy spin,
Beautiful.
Great. But look what happens after.
Oh my goodness.
That was, if you're Beatrix as well, that's what you want right there. Right in that pit. Oh, you can see, you know, of course, the frustration because they went in for that. They had a good lead and everything else. But man, talk about the clap back. The answer right there coming out from Net Angels, of course. But still, even after that happened, I still got to give it up. You know, Hybridy, she stopped them from taking the Lord after that. Just going in 1v4 with the final slash. And real quick, taking a look at the items, of course, falling into place once again. You know, at this point in the game, very crucial. You got the Genius Wand Starlium Scythe already here for Vanilla. You got, whoa, flicker in.
And the shortcut. I don't know if you want to take this. It's Aslan in the front. Cassie able to space away from the Lantern Flare. There you go. DMG now going onto the Lord. Still first Lord though. Cool. Walking forward. That's a Curse Blast. Onto the back as well. Able to find the Curse of Blood there. Halang in the backside. Doing some damage. Trying to isolate them. Meanwhile, Hybrid going to be caught. Angelus able to find the heavy spin. Sakoshi flickering out now. Cutting them down slowly but surely. Lalaland. Oh no, the Lantern Flare resists. Koshi's trying to go and stay out. Oh, she gets brought back again. It's a good shutdown. Cassie with the Terrify and the final slash, but Cassie needs to run away. Gets away. La La Land again with the flicker and the flare. Slowly but surely.
Slowly but surely. And no one's going to get the Lord off of that. It was a push and pull for both teams. Oh, mid lane.
Playing. Flickers out. Has the Athena shield popped up there. Aslan just follows through with a few more spears.
Talk about this, and I don't know, man, maybe this is the power of that utility lineup. The fact that they can go ahead, engage, disengage, re-engage, go back, and pull this off is the highlights of the fact that they have so many options to do that. And although they're going to keep Ku here at bay, no one's going to go for the Lord just yet.
Oh, that's a good Curse of Blood. Lala going to be very low. Penalties are not connecting though. Meanwhile, Hybridy getting the Vengeance stacks now. Carry going to be taken down. That's a Mirror's Faction now as the shortcut gets deleted. Ku in the midst of it all still able to bait Aslan in with the Abyss Walker. Stepping out, Cassie again, going for the splash of damage, finding the double. Meanwhile, on the bottom side of the map, they will go and not chase Aslan. They're forcing out the heavy spin. Angela's going to be caught in the knockup, and again, a few shots down. Sakoshi with Nibiru takes her out.
It's just Aslan. Lord's going to be started up. It's most likely going to be taken. There's not much Aslan could do here. No Spirit of Destruction either, so that's going to finally be the first Lord of this game after we've seen a whole-on team fight after team fight for this objective. Net Angels will go ahead and take the Lord here. Man, what a fight for that. And again, you know, as I was talking about the utility for a DMG, it looks like even in that fight, you know, it almost kind of bit them in the behind there because of... Oh, Aslan goes in with the Spirit of Destruction, goes bottom side too, yeah. But the turret's already gone, so they got that tier 1 down in the bottom lane. Ku, though, put some pressure. I'm not sure if they want to fight this. You can see the rotation's already happening, too. Hybridy makes her way there. But Lord is spawned now. It's making its way down the top side, up the top side, working towards that turret. The eyes are set here on this mid lane as well. They need the space to work around. Net Angels, though, they might... Do they have the answer now for the Wishing Lantern?
At this point, right, for Dreammax girls, they have... still a lot of ways to clear the waves. They got a Moskov. They still have La Land on the Jushin. Aslan taking the whole enhanced sight duration there. Force back Vanilla. Tried to go for the mobility. La Land getting a little bit more, getting knock up as well. Onto Ku. Gonna go on the Lord. Ku still in the midst of it all. Now, right now, gonna be airborne. Caught in the pin as well. That's a good penalty zone into the Mirror's Passion. Straight into the beacon. Still able to survive. Halang taken down, but so does Angelus. And they get another turret, slowly but surely now. Looking to go for the mid lane. Good enhanced sword to escape. Hybridy unable to go for that final slash. And now DMG, they are able still to... Oh, that was close. Yep. Almost connecting onto Ku.
Almost connecting there, but I would say for Net Angels, you know, they're going to have to do the work because if that Lord, what they were able to secure is any depiction, you know, DMG is going to make them work to get into the base. They hold on to the base turrets. Great for them, items as well. They got 3 Radiant Armors over here to deal with some of that magic burst that we're seeing. Now, the question is, do they have enough to deal with the physical damage? Of course, now, because in this part of the game, Sakoshi, she's exactly on the path she needs to be. She has the BOD, Malefic Roar. She's got a little defense, too. She's even got, a little magic defense to deal with La La Land, who's been shining with this Jushin pick. Interestingly enough, too, Cassie is holding on to the heavy spin. They might want to go ahead and set things up. Oh, boy.
Penalty zone now baiting out the heavy spin. Curse of Blood finding 4! Right there, Lala pops in a beacon. The Beerus Passion gets popped up, but look at the damage bouncing back and forth. Now the air bomb bringing Vanilla back. Still great shutdown. La La Land putting the team on her back, but unfortunately, it's still so value for Net Angels. The flare almost catching Ku, but you saw the 4-man Curse of Blood. You saw how much damage the bounce kept on doing to the rest of the team.
Take them to the funhouse at that point. We're going to take a break here and have a Kit Kat while they figure things out. But man, even that last team fight that we saw there, Curse of Blood, pretty deadly, of course. And as I was talking about the Beatrix, and now that that's online, they got to be careful fighting into those like closed areas. Also, before we had this break, La La Land, great pull into the turret, but then she picks up her Wishing Lantern item. I don't know, maybe there's like a hidden passive when Jushin gets the Wishing Lantern.
It's her lantern.
It's her lantern. Maybe, and at this point, like,
does she have 2 lanterns? Can she do like 2 flares then with the Wishing Lantern?
Imagine if there was, I don't know, that'd be too strong.
That'll be broken.
That would be broken.
It's already kind of broken.
I was gonna say 1 lantern's enough, man. I would say at this point, it gets to the point though where you have a glowing wand plus the Wishing Lantern. It's really easy to get that proc off. So even if you just stand there for a little bit, not only are you worried about the stacks, but you're actually worried about the damage output, the throughput too, from La La Land. And that's why, again, you see, some of these defensive magic items being picked up by Net Angels. And that's just kind of to help deal with that. Their best bet for Net Angels, if they want to go ahead and win this game and cap it out, it's to avoid that, avoid La La Land's potential to drag them onward, but just set things up the way we saw previously. If that's a penalty zone from Halang, do that and then get that Curse of Blood off from Ku. Ku's probably, the early game was not fun for Ku. Ku was constantly in the air, getting pulled around. So you know what? If you can get 1 great Curse of Blood landed down on multiple members, that's going to do wonders for them. She's even got the Athena shield for that extra magic defense. But also at this point, Lord is up. Feather of Heaven going to get picked up by Vanilla. They're going to go ahead and start up. Look how fast they're doing it.
Yeah, I don't know about this. They will go up top right now. That's a good crash course and a shortcut as well, but I don't know if you want to go for it. Carrier gets bursted down. Vanilla capitalizing on it. They take the shortcut, but they're all split up. The Beerus Passion all the way. They're taking all of the damage free. As with a Nature Abyssal step 2, but it's not going to be enough in the back line against 4. Now it's just La La Land. You can see Ku with the flicker forward, getting the stun down right now to La La Land. The gun down from Sakoshi. It can be chaotic. You can throw Ku around, but Sakoshi is free.
Sakoshi just pops off. And man, talk about a quick lore take, and then they win a very decisive fight. This might be it. Net Angels working on this mid turret.
You can see the corpses right there, the built up frustration as well. They were in the lead, but the Net Angels fly high here in game number 2. What an extremely phenomenal comeback. Started with that big combo, and then it all clicked. They're like, all right, let's keep on going for these combos. Let's keep on splitting the Jushin from the rest of the team.
Hey, it's like Leo Jonathan said.
Leoman
Jonathan Green. He was like, there's a whole lot of utility here, but your only damage is Aslan. And that's what that last fight was.
Exactly.
You can throw them everywhere. You can displace them everywhere.
Heavy spin.
Crash drag.
Course.
Yeah, crash course. But man, talk about it. Like, what are you going to do after that, And Aslan came into the fight and then gets just dragged into a gunfight with Sakoshi. Sakoshi popped off 6-1 and 9 she was. And, it's just, that's the thing. Beatrix, like I said, hasn't popped up as much, but in situations like this, we have great setup.